What's up, folks? It's been like 7 days. I haven't uploaded anything. I said, oh gosh, I forgot. Not really forgot. I try to do personal things in life, and just like always, they organically fail. So I'm like, it seems like I can do a little bit better with fixing everybody else stuff. I just can't fix my own self. That's just usually how that works out. But just to give you an update, what happened with this Dodge Dart? It's got a motor. So I had to go through heart surgery. I literally I think, got one of the last things hooked up, which were the ignition coils. And it should be ready for startup. I got oil in it. The only thing left I haven't done was change the radiator. I got to capture my first startup. I mean, what kind of person would I be if I did a video, replace the motor, and I didn't capture the first startup? If y'all looked at some of my other videos before, sometimes they don't go as planned. But I think that last case I did with that Chevy Cruze, well, I didn't buy that. Somebody else bought it. But this engine here, I bought it. And I didn't get it from my normal place. But usually, once I do a visual inspection, things usually work out pretty well. Allegedly, this engine has 110,000 miles on it. So what can possibly go wrong, right? It looked good. Yep, looks pretty good. We'll send a soaking rain getting this motor on the truck so I can get it back here. Drove about 40 minutes to pick it up. I just didn't get it from my normal place because me and the lady had to negotiate some things that don't sound right. But because of her hardship and the amount of money she's spending, I said, I'll make this exception to do the payment plan thing for this occasion. Of course, this engine isn't in its final state. It's not drivable again. I mean, I do have to replace the radiator. If you remember, that blew. It was just a whole chain reaction. It was a mess. I had to program the key and everything in here. Here was oh gosh, I'm about to fall. Here's the old block. Oh boy, couldn't rebuild it because of that. They ran it so hot that chipped off. The head looked pretty good though. That was intact. It didn't look bad at all. Let me tell you one thing. Where's that? I got stuff everywhere. Where's that oil pan? Here we go. Let me show you. I don't know why the hell this junkyard did this. I'm glad I didn't put oil in it. They put a hole in the oil pan. And I guess they had to do that because of shipment, I guess. If it has to go on a transfer truck. But why? Why do that? I literally, I found it luckily because when I was putting the motor in there, I'm like, where these oil drops are coming from? And it was coming from the bottom of the oil pan because it had a hole in it. So luckily, this is a perfect example of why you don't throw away your stuff. Perfect example. I mean, how long have I been talking about? 3 minutes? I know y'all get tired of hearing me sometimes. Let's capture this first startup because I might be able to keep this video around 10 minutes. Let me get the camera set up. All right, we got a nice aerial view. Just to go over myself one more time, I do have the exhaust system hooked up, bolts hooked up, for the manifold, O2 sensors hooked up, crank position sensors hooked up, cam sensors hooked up, right there. Just seems to be locked in. That was locked, so that's hooked up. Coils, we got new plugs in there. The air filter housing is not. It's just the air temp sensor that's remaining. All the vacuum lines are hooked up, so we're not going to have any significant vacuum leaks. I think we're in good shape. I got a battery charger to it. I don't have the battery tight. Maybe that won't affect how this thing starts up. We'll see what happens when it's under a load. Yeah, we got everything but coolant and some miscellaneous stuff. All right. Do I need to check the oil just to be on the safe side? Yep. It's a little low. I think it holds like 6 quarts, but I got a little bit over. I've just got a gallon in it. Okay, let's see what happens. Throttle body's hooked up. Sorry. This is a little little bit, but it'll clear up. Right? Come on. Wait, do I have all my injectors hooked up? No, I got. I got one of those variating valve lift components disconnected. So it's running fine now. The little noise is coming from it. The pulley. Well, I think when they clean the motor, they probably water got into the bearing. Probably should just put the original stuff back on there. No big deal. Hopefully it'll wear. Self-clearance, right? Got combustion. Finally, it starts on its own. Just let it run for about 2 minutes. It's not going to harm anything. Work all its kinks out. Got movement. Uh-oh. What'd I do? I don't know what happened. Coolant temp sensor and everything's hooked up fine. I mean, lightly, because I haven't been running. You gotta go through an idle relearn and all that stuff. Still need coolant in there, so it'll help graduate the coolant temperature. It'll have some uniformity as far as how heat's gonna get distributed. Sound okay. And I probably need to clear all the codes and stuff out too. I gotta figure that out. The biggest thing is it starts up and then I can move it on its own weight now. I ain't gotta push it. So that's the big thing. Oh, went to limp on mode again. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? Somebody somewhere seems to be disappointed. Let's see what we got. This is the old MS906BT I got. I gotta get you real close because the screen is so tiny. This is where everything started with. I'm hoping, I don't know what the difference between a 2.0 and a 2.4, but I hope they gave me the right displacement. I'm hoping. Please tell me. That's what I was thinking about. But it wouldn't have started right. Intake air temp sensor circuit high, fan control, no big deal. No big deal. Please refer to service. I don't know. The P103E. Cylinder for misfire, fan control circuit, invalidated, received from PCM, ECM. Oh, I don't know. Intake air temp sensor. Okay, these are just pending. Let's clear this out. Let's see what takes place. Hopefully it'll just start up and run normal to the best of its ability. I think the motor just needs to be broken in. Just pending stored fan control circuit. Yeah, I ain't got the fans hooked up. Let's see how it tolerates this. All right, let's see what is going on here. Let's go back out, recode. So I expect the fan control circuit. I don't like that. Invalid data received from ECM, PCM. Oh, manifold absolute pressure, barometric pressure sensor circuit high. Oh, do I have that hooked up? Oh gosh. So remember, you know, the Dodge that we did before? You know, we had that code before. But this is the same engine.
Oh, what's going on in there? That's very dangerous.
Yeah, that'll cause it to run abnormal.
The map sensor. It's not plugged all the way in. I thought I had it in there pretty good. Isn't there a lock? No. I'm gonna try this. I thought I got it in there. Yeah. Nope. It's still in lock. Don't give me some connection problems. Oh boy, this is being non-compliant. Nope. I thought she was. There we go. You heard that click, right? She in there now.
I just wish my ex-wife was in a relationship as I was before in the past. Here we go. Let's make this happen. Oh, I got the key in the off position.
Sorry.
All right, let's clear these out. That'll cause some chaos if you get that map sensor disconnected because it can't recognize the appropriate amount of air. Invalid data received from ECM, PCM. Why is that there? Why is that there? Now, to be all fairness, I've never worked on this car a day in my life. I don't know what gremlins this thing may have had in the past. And as far as I know, you know, everything that I did was appropriate. Let me turn the car off. I mean, it could be insufficient ground something. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get the right VIN number or something. I don't know. Maybe it needs a hard reset. I don't know. But I know those probably ain't gonna fix that, man. I just don't think we got some bad data. I mean, I don't know if that box there acted as like a TIPM. Was it totally integrated power distribution module? TIPM. I don't know if it's act as that, but I've had those things fail and kind of generate that same code. If it does have that thing on there, don't know. I'll have to look more into it. My biggest focus is getting this running. It starts up fine. It runs normal now. A little hiccup that I had was from that map sensor. All I gotta do, I don't see any oil on the ground. Get the radiator in. Get my air line here for the coolant. Get that hooked up to the reservoir. And put 100 miles on it and check up on my work. So I think we're in good shape. I'll look into that communication code and see what's that's correlated with on Identifix and before I really start looking into it, because everything right now is just removal and replacement of general stuff. Tomorrow I'll just go ahead and get the radiator in, the mounts, all this other. I just got some basic stuff right now, so I think we're in good shape. Maybe I'll document the radiator thing tomorrow. Not sure. It's just a radiator job. I mean, who hasn't put a radiator in one of these things? And those are boring to me. But I might do it. We'll see. Hell of a milestone, though, especially from the last video when we had that damaged block, bad key. You know, I know some people probably like, it was a piece of junk, just try to get rid of it. No. Man, one of the biggest reasons why this motor got in here was simply because they were still making payments on this vehicle. I can't begin to tell you, that's one of the biggest reasons why I got to do jobs like this, is because people are already making payments on it. Well, it's either, just throwing arbitrary numbers out there. Well, they owe $4,000 on the car, and now it needs work. That's probably $4,000. Well, they kind of already committed, either pay on the $4,000, which is essentially a door stop paperweight, or get it back to working standards. So most people just like, well, let's go ahead, we got to fix it with the most cost-effective route. Well, that's the ambulance, as the project folks say. All right, let me make some things happen. Hey, if anything happened, I'll definitely update. Hit the link, subscribe channel. Stay informed. How to reach us my work. See you on the next one.